Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Bebop here. I've had a lot of people stop by my stream lately, which I stream every day live on Twitch, and they're asking about the Rapier musket class that I have set up. Now, I was able to hit a round up 35,000 musket shot. It was 34,803 to be exact. But, come on, give me some credit, babe. So I'm going to make this video so I can quick link it, and I'm going to go over everything with the Rapier, the musket, and attributes, food, and everything. So in Savage Divide, the enemies are weak to thrust. So that's what helps out with also boosting damage. Yeah, well, you want to have your thrust damage ring. Also, the gold boon is 27% more damage once you enter a spore cloud for about 4 minutes or whatever it is. The artifact Rapier, you'll see me running this. Now, people will ask me to go evade or they'll ask to go bleed. I'll stay the same attributes for both in this specific dungeon because I'm just mainly musket and whatever. I mean, if I could put a bag of ammo here, I wouldn't do that because of 15% damage to bleeding targets, obviously. That works on both weapons. That's what makes, the Rapier artifact so dang good. Now, if we go over the musket here, I got the refreshing power shot because I want that to proc, as many times as I can. That's going to do a lot more damage to the enemies. I'll go over that in the skill tree. Vorpal for the headshot damage, okay? Because also the ultimate in the musket tree is going to do 15% additional headshot damage, so you throw that on top of there. And then KE, so we can go ahead and get to the empower cap as quick as possible. On the clothes, I have Omnidirectional evade. That's going to help out with my evade bleed build, which I will be going over. In the original Rapier video, I went over traditional bleed setup and the evade setup. Okay, two different setups. There's actually three for the Rapier. So there's the traditional bleed setup, there's the evade setup, and then there's the evade bleed setup. So that's what I'm running here since I'm running the artifact Rapier. And that's going to help give me additional 11% damage for 2 seconds after using evade. So that's going to help and do a lot of damage. It's actually the fastest DPS in the game, this setup that I'm showing you. Now, the gear is not necessarily what matters the most. The Azoth Crystal mask, or the Azoth Crystal gear that you can get from the Gypsum Kiln, is just so good because you can always switch out weapons. If your team needs a spear main or whatnot, you just throw on a spear and reset your magnify attributes and you're good to go. So I have Enchanted Ward, Fire Harnessing, Refreshing, and on this piece I have Enchanted Ward, Fire Harnessing, and Health. It's a medium glove. I always go medium glove, medium pants. Bleaching Flurry on the pants because I main Rapier. And this one, Empowering Shooter Stance. Hitting a target within shooter stance grants a stack of empower, increasing damage by 11% for 6 seconds, and it can go up to 4 stacks. Basically, if I hit, how was explained it? If I hit a headshot while in empowering shooter stance, I'm basically at empower cap. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and get there as fast as we can. I already went over the Rapier. Now I do have thwarting strikes on mine because I used to play with Nature's Wrath with the finisher, which is really good. A lot of people, poo-poo it, but it's higher bleed pops and I believe higher damage than the 2 leather pants, but that's just my testing and my belief. And then of course I went over the musket. Make sure now what's going to be troublesome in Savage right now is you have frenzy and you always have dots on your back with the fire. So really to get this diamond to proc, it is very difficult. You have to make sure you're not dodging any. You get to your spot, a lot of stuff has to go right. You hope the enemy doesn't proc fire on you if it's a named enemy. I mean, it's very, very difficult this week with the dots on your back. Same thing last time Savage was around. It was very difficult. We had dots and I think it was void. So yeah, it was it's a problem, but the diamond's going to give you that extra 15% damage to outgoing and 15% damage, I'm sorry, to the enemies as long as you're full health. I do run the Cunning Heart Rune of Firestorm. It's going to give my teammates and everybody empower when I use that. And it's going to also do some good damage and weaken the enemy. Orichalcum cartridges. Now in the new update in October, you will not have ammo anymore. The amulet is Flame Protection Divine Empowered. Empower lasts 34% longer. Thrust damage, Hardy Leeching. for the ring. And then the earring, I have empowering toast, refreshing toast, healing heart. Now, with the gold boon, that's, 27% extra damage. Also, powerful honing stone, 7% additional damage. Of course, you're going to go with infused coating. So right here. Now you can use, right now I'm set up with for the 44 banana pudding. But when I'm trying to hit these high numbers, I'm also going to use 48 food. So depends on what you want to do. This will maximize your damage with the extra 4 attribute points. And then I take the Desert Sunrise to help with the dot damage on your body as you're rolling and dodging around. You're going to have dots on your back that are doing fire damage to you. And then after 3 dots, 10 seconds goes by and you drop a puddle of fire on the ground. That's going to do a lot more damage to you. So these are my 3 sets that I have set up for Savage, right? You have the main DPS dungeon set, and then you have Boss 1 and Boss 2. Now the difference between the Boss 1 and Boss 2, you do need all opal sets for both. But the first boss, you don't have to, but you want to rock nature protection, because when he goes to nature, it's the most difficult one to deal with. When he goes to nature and slams down and procs all of the nature circles on the ground, it can one-shot DPS, no problem. If you have the nature protection, you'll be able to absorb and take one of those shots. And then for the final boss, lightning protection, because that lightning hurts. Now you can hold block and block the lightning, but sometimes you're in combat and stuff's going on, but that lightning will hit so hard and so fast you're not going to be able to react quick enough. So on the boss set, since I already went over the main DPS set, it's Enchanted Ward, refreshing, a lot of the Azoth crystal gear like I already said. Fire harnessing on all pieces, which you don't need, but I had it already spec'd out with a fire gem, so used it. Got the empowering shooter stance on there also. The ring is thrust damage, legion hardy, and the earring is healthy toast, nimble, healing heart. Now on the last boss, really I should switch this one up here and put the healthy toast one down here, because the healthy toast, you drink a mana pot, it's going to give you 15% of your base health. That's really way more beneficial on the final boss than it is up here, so I'll switch that around today. I would say definitely go with a healthy toast earring for the final boss, okay? You want all the ways that you can heal, because the healer a lot of times either dead or they're preoccupied with other shit. There's a lot of stuff going on for the healer. And it's the same set here, but with the lighting amulet. So that's the gear. Let's go over attributes here. So for this build, to get the most damage out of the musket, you want to always be 350 intelligence, 25 strength for the 5% light attack damage, and then the rest in dex. Now I do go to 25 focus for the 5% ability cooldown reduction. I might change that today and get that extra 10 damage up here on the dexterity to boost the damage for the musket to maximize that. We'll see. I'll test it out and see how it goes with the refreshing power shot while I'm in shooter stance, if it's going to rotate twice or not. But this is what I go with. This is what I hit that big 34,803 shot with. And actually, I did it with 33 food, not 44 food. And I did it with a strong honing stone, not powerful honing stone. So I'm thinking we can actually get up even higher. But, we'll see. We'll see. It's very difficult. A lot of stuff's got to go right. All right. So with the weapon mastery, we're going to start off with the Rapier. This is the evade bleed setup. Okay, you're going to use evade instead of the Tondo. The Tondo I don't like because it's so long of an animation. If you use it the wrong time, that elephant at the final boss or whatnot slams down, you get caught up in that Tondo. It's just annoying. So the evade is a lot faster, and it's faster DPS overall anyways, because every time you evade, you're going to get 15 increased damage on your next light attack. And with that on your clothing, the Omni Evade, it's 11% added on top of that. Then you got your Flurry, and then your FNF. So you're going to stack 3 bleeds. If you're running with another Rapier, then you're going to stack 2 bleeds, and then you'll FNF, and you'll pop both bleeds, which will actually pop all 3 bleeds, because the Evade Rapier is going to be stacking a bleed with the last dot here on Flurry. And you're going to do 150% damage can't even talk today. Finished deals 150 of the Rapier's bleed damage instead of only 110%. So that's that. And let's see here, the musket. Okay, getting into the musket skill tree. This is what I was running when I hit that shot. Now there has been a change yesterday to the skill tree that I'm trying out something new that's supposed to be able to do more damage consistently. So we're going to take advantage of the weakened defense dot here. Armor penetration against enemies that are not blocking with a shield by 10%. So we're going to select this dot, but right here, go ahead and take a screenshot of this. This is what I was originally using, but we're going to switch it up. All right. So we're going to take this, this, and this. And what am I missing here? Oh, this dot. So this is the new setup that I will be trying. And I think I noticed more of a consistent higher damage number. I think we got up to 32,000 yesterday on my alt account. Now my alt account does not have the gold boon potion, so it's only doing 22% more damage. And, you know, so we will see. I'm going to be on my Bebop account trying this out today. And we'll see if we can get up higher. So take a screenshot of this, try this out. It also added this dot right here, landing 2 headshots within 5 seconds of each other, halves the duration of the next reload. I don't feel like it's that important, to be honest. But the guy that sent me the build, I respect a lot. So we'll try it out. To me, I like this. Basic headshots reduce all the musket ability cooldowns by 10%. I like that. And then I also like this dot down here, which I would take over this one. I would take this one in shooter stance. 3 consecutive shots, hit the same target, reduce all their musket cooldowns by 25%. So I feel like I can get the refreshing power shot twice in this mode, but this dot is very important. So this up here would be the one you could maybe play with, but you try it out. And also, I always start off with power shot first. Try to get that headshot, and then I'll follow up with the powder burn. And then that's how I rotate. So usually I can get the refreshing power shot to proc twice in a shooter stance position. And the guy that sent me the new updated skill tree, he wants me to start off with powder burn first, then rotate off to the power shot. So we're going to be testing that out today. So instead, we start off with powder burn and then the powder shot to get more higher of a shot damage. Now, to me, I'm not able to rotate to my power shot very quickly for that final shot. So I'm not sure if I really like that or not. We'll try it again here. I'm going to try to get a headshot here and rotate. Yeah, see, it's not proccing. I'd have to roll and then hit. So it's not proccing before the end. So and you're not going to get as high as bleed. I've already tested this out plenty of times. You're never going to get as high of bleed with the burn doing it that way. So how I do it is going to shooter stance. I always do power shot first, then rotate with the powder burn, and then boom, final shot is the power shot, and you're going to do a lot of damage that way. And look at the burn. It's just way higher. So 2 different setups to really try with the musket to experiment. And let me know what you think about it. I showed you which way I did it, and I'll show you which way I'm going to be trying it out today and going forward for a little bit. See which one I like better. So hopefully that covered everything, and I wanted to make it, you know, this video because a lot of people were stopping by the stream and asking, and I do appreciate y'all and all the people who's recently subbed. I do appreciate y'all. So I'm going to be coming out with some more videos here soon, and I'll see y'all then. Later.